This is going to be a short video about some problems I've been having with this Jupiter, I think, what is it, 440 HO gauge loco. So it has been converted to DCC a while back, hence what I don't have a detailed video on exactly how to do it, but it has developed a bit of an issue with going forwards. So it goes super well backwards, but not very well forwards now. I've been looking for some guides on the internet as to how that might be, and I found in quite a few different places that it might be related to the brushes. Now, this loco has been working quite well up until this point. Now I'm gonna show you what I can about how to convert this to DCC. It's actually pretty simple. So the rail, the left-hand rail, actually comes from the front two set of wheels from the tender here, and the rear, they go through the middle bolt. So on the front, actually, they go through a wire that goes through the chassis, which is this one. In the rear, on the other hand, initially they were going through this bolt. So the right-hand rail power was going through this bolt straight to the chassis of the motor, which comes here, as you'll see when I assemble it back. This is obviously a problem. You don't want your motor connected straight to the rail in DCC. As a result, you just change the bolt with a plastic bolt. And in the rear here, you can see this red wire. I'm going to try to focus it. This red wire basically comes on a ring, like a circlip kind of a thing, that you put in contact with the pickups. And I routed the red wire through here. Is it ideal? Maybe not. I guess a tidier situation would be just to drill a small hole here and kind of have it go straight up. But it seems to work just fine. Now, this is about how to modify to DCC. Yeah, and then the other end is obviously on the motor end. You need the two pickups to be accessible, which they luckily are. What I've been meaning to show is how it looks like on the inside. I guess we hardly ever see these motors kind of stripped down as bare, just as this one. We're seeing a couple of things. So this, let's say, is the body of the motor. We have two magnets, which are obviously sticking to my screwdriver, so they are magnets. Live demo, unintended, but very welcome, I'm sure. This is the coil. As you can see, if the camera can focus, it has exactly 4 lamps, which means it has no torque of any kind. But this motor is actually spinning super fast. Don't know exactly how, but you can kind of hear it. And it goes through at least a 20-to-1 reduction gear to the wheels. So this is how, although it has basically no torque whatsoever, you multiply that by 20 and it comes down to quite a good value. I mean, I guess this loco can pull quite a few coaches if it needs to. So, what are the elements? As I said, body. This is the rotor, which has 3 poles. This is the front cover, in which we see the 2 holes in which the brushes go, which are these. I have brand new brushes, because why not? You know, I mean, you go through this trouble to strip the whole thing down, might as well put some new brushes. The 2 springs, and these 2 here are the contacts. So basically what's going to happen is, these springs are between are pressing the brushes, and these plates are just kind of pushing the springs against the brushes, against the rotor. As I started to say, my loco was kind of going badly forwards, very well backwards, And this, some people say, look, you have a lot of carbon fiber dust and stuff like that. Turns out, so I already cleaned mine, made this napkin full of carbon dust. We'll see how it works when I put it back together now. And now let's test the motor. One way. The other way. Sounds about right, both ways. Now let's fit it back to the chassis. So we test again with the transmission fitted, and then we go straight to the DCC chip fitting. Come on. Forwards. Oh yes. Finally is going forwards too. And backwards. And backwards. Looking just fine. Right. To the DCC chip. So here's the Jupiter with the DCC panel. So I programmed it in my trusty roaster, and yeah, let's see how it goes. So, well enough, huh? Last part is obviously picking up with the upper part of the tender and putting it on, but yeah, it's pretty much straightforward from now on. So this has been a very comprehensive service of the Jupiter 440 HO steam loco. Last trick I wanted to show you is that although I use a really small controller, the Zimo MX617, it's still a bit of a hard job to fit all the wiring and everything back there. So last trick, take off the charcoal mask. It has 2 pins, you can see them here, they fit front and back. After you kind of put all the wires in the, the other wire that wants to come out, you push it back into its own spot, and then boom, you come with the charcoal back on. Let's see if I can do it while holding the camera, and there we are. Job done. If you have any questions, please go in the comments. Thank you.